Today we're going over our heel edge and just different ways we could do our heel edge. All right, so at a basic level, the fundamental thing that I'm paying attention to when I'm doing my heel edge, and I'll come here so you can see me by my side, is when I'm on my heel edge, I have weight or pressure over my heel edge, or over my heels, right? Literally over my heel edge. When I want to make this more like a stronger heel edge, I could flex my knees and my hips and make my hips go back, or my center of mass. So when my hips are going back, now my heel edge is even stronger, right? I'm here, and then if I want to start going forward, I just stand up a little bit. That pressure is going to move towards the middle of my foot. But to break this down even more, all right, so I'm a big fan of just using my hips to use my heel edge. So here, if I just push my hips back, I'll slow down. If I'm here, and then I just flex my hips back, I'm gonna slow down. I also wanna be mindful of my chest not falling forward too much, but I'm here. Then I just sit down in a baby squat. Another thing that I could focus on is my knees. So if I want, I could try to keep my hips more neutral and just flex my knees down. Okay, so these are different joints we could flex to help us with our heel edge. So now I'm just focusing on just my knees. I'm gonna flex just my knees, or attempt to just flex my knees to help me control my heel edge. All right, so I've done hips, knees. Now I'm gonna use just my ankles. With just my ankles, I can dorsiflex and lift up on just my toes or my boots to help me slow down. So here, again, I'm gonna relax my ankles, and now I'm gonna just flex my ankles. That actually is pretty challenging, to use just dorsiflexion to help me slow down. All right, so now we have identified 3 different ways that we could actually enhance our heel edge, is by flexing the hips, flexing the knees, or flexing the ankles. From here, we have a couple of different drills we could do. So we have our floating leaf. The floating leaf, I'm just shifting my weight or my center of mass towards my right foot or towards my left foot. I shift my center of mass by flexing one knee and extending the other. Again, flexing one knee, extending the other is going to help me move my center of mass along the length of the snowboard nose to tail. Another drill we could do on our heel edge to strengthen our heel edge are little hops. Right, see if you could do the hop and land and not fall backwards. This one's actually pretty challenging. Okay, little hops on the heel edge. Cool. Another one which we could do is called the garlands. So here I'm gonna flex down and then extend up. When I'm flexing down, I'm putting the board on the edge. When I extend up, I'm flattening the board. And again, I could do this across run over here. Got a couple of people. If you notice, I'm looking around, but again, flex, extend, flex, extend, or put the board on edge, flatten it, flatten, or edge flatten, okay? These garlands, these are great when we want to start working on our transitions from heel to toe. But it could also just be a good way for you to fill your heel edge and a flat base. All right, so now we're gonna soup it up a little. And again, these are all heel edge drills that we could do when we're riding all over the mountain if you wanna strengthen your heel edge. Another is gonna be heel edge to heel edge 180s. Not really a 180, but you're keeping the board on the ground. Here, what I'm doing, flexing, extending. So you see this leg is extended, now it's flexing. I'm staying on my heel edge and I'm pulling the board back underneath me, all on my heel edge. Okay, is there any other heel edge ones? Okay, and then what we could do is heel edge 180s, where now you're gonna get in the air. Trying to think, and these are like all of the heel edge drills that I could think of right now. I'm sure there are more, but just working on your heel edge. So if you're struggling with your heel edge, you want to make it a little bit more dynamic, you want to make it stronger, go practice these drills. Try them on green runs. Try them on blue runs. Try them on single diamonds. All right. Sweet friends. Cheers.